reflections of my life. Do you know what has happened after my wife funeral? Well, actually, I write this not for you, maybe for some of you, but mostly I write this to help myself to reflect. Maybe it will benefit to some of you. Josie Joseph, my wife, has died last year, December. She died at the age of 35, or maybe 36. Alive a toy, BC, BC, BC. BC, BC, BC. Too concerned over other things, just as myself. Too concerned of how other thing what I dress, even we are not doing our business. So many people so concerned of what they wear, what they eat. Say I don't know what to eat. But that's is that normal or abnormal? Are we living a normal life or living an abnormal life? What was seen as abnormal maybe it's a normal life. Well, it's abnormal to most people that they do reflection. It's only a few handful of people who do reflections. Who will reflect over their loved life, loved one's death? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not here to judge you. Life is short. What has happened during and after the funeral services? She left the world in December, 1st of December 2022. I weep for weeks, and now I'm still weep. In a few weeks, the weeping stop by. I have to complete stop. And so goes to those close to my wife, our brothers, our parents, her sons. I don't force myself back to normal. It's not easy. In fact, it's so difficult. I have to read Bible. I'm gonna say clearly that once a person turned to dust, for estas. Josie has gone forever about this world. He has turned into dust, ashes, bones, white bones, ashes. Last breath, leave her body, and I have to face to say before death what's really matter. During the funeral, family, Josie brother, I'm so weak during funeral. At that time, it was very weak. I know your sorrow. And Jesus know my sorrow. Suddenly, he knows he is God. The ordering food from a caterer, and some friend reached out to me on WhatsApp about not being able to come. The next day, fewer people comes. Many reasons. Few complain about not having enough salt. Maybe I didn't bother much. It's like you don't care about the world. Well, actually, the world don't care about you much too. I don't have much relative. Only Josie brothers and brother-in-law attended the 7 days prayer. I think there's another funeral event after brought us ashes back to Labuan. The clouds eventually slowly begin to dissolve. This is everything gather it will dissolve. This cycle. In the coming days, some call comes to Josephine without knowing she is dead. A few months time, the farm will be is now used by another stranger. Someone to replace or discontinue you. No one replace her as being tuition teacher in a business. So business closed down permanently. No one. That's why success playing becomes something important that way now. And same goes to training. Effective training is when I am absent. Will the business, will the training goes on? The medicine will continue for one day. few days. For a month, when I'm absent. 2 or 3 days after Josie death, I turned on Facebook Live to show my friends about that embryo size. 1 week later, and the news of her death, some Facebook friends message for us know some will type RIP just to follow the crowd. Actually, who's really care except her husband or her parents? Everybody is busy. That's why they don't care. Busy for what? In the name of charity, God, fulfilling calling. Earn as much as possible. Earn as much as possible for the kids' education, for a good retirement. So, how much is enough? Not many can answer. Ask them to list down the money fixed expenses. They don't. And so they don't know what is enough. So, how do I hardly pass by those difficult days? I was some comedy show laughing, but in my heart, I'm weeping still. It's silent. In the early morning, like now, and reflecting. Someone call you your own genius, and you, I am genius. Try to prove that there is no need to prove unnecessary. God is the one Life is just that. Why are we so busy? Why are we so busy? Trying to prove to others. Just like yesterday in a dinner, a church friend say, "You're trying to prove that I can eat more than you think." And the person order another dish, making himself too full, just to prove to others. He himself has no awareness. Enough is enough. Why are we so busy? Well, primarily to impress others. The new car, new house, the children's all a result. Just to earn a like on the post. Tell all your friends that my children now in university, and you alone, in front of the sea. And you alone in front of the sea. In the coming months, your close relationships will return to cinema, beaches, during some way. Well, I'm not blaming them. They have to, just as I have to. Life must go back to normal. Just normal. The reality is we and I need to accept the reality. And not only that, Jesus, Josie has gone forever, leave the earth. And we and I one day might live too. Nothing on earth belongs to her anymore. Nothing. Not even not even the IC number. Nothing. And nothing on earth belongs to me. Go home. Everybody life will go back to normal. Just as there's no difference. You will live on a victory. What you live or die for. Justice Edwards doesn't matter anymore. Because just to earn a living, a career, business. happens so without any movement. Life squads have to restarted. Three continue to go. Neighbor shouted her children loudly. Election is coming. Wars happening. Wars. Next round of pandemic comes. Election is coming. The cars on the bus are as usual. Young, young people working fast. All the business is straight. Help us out. Vanessa is getting married. An actor just won a divorce case. The festival is coming. The sunflower in full bloom. I best give birth to some little fish. All this news on this video doesn't matter at all. How really doesn't matter? Put it to the test. What is the test? The other the tests are like the death. You gotta ask, if I die, does it matter? How do you test? If I die, after I die, does it matter? Does it matter who wins the political war? Whoever wins is same. My words remain the same. Raya tata raya. Food trials continue to rise. This is the important time. All business go back up. Maybe, who knows? Maybe some survive. Does it matter? Yes. You say, oh, don't think negative. Don't think that's me. Well, you just don't know what is life about. You're only in your early 20s, 30s. You may be celebrating the peak of your life. You just won a business award. You think you own the success. You think it's your effort. But you forgot your parents. Sooner or later, you realize that your parents love you most on this earth. To some, maybe your caregiver, like my son. Her caregiver, his caregiver, Glory Raja Kri, care him very much. Care very much. How do you know what really matters? Talk to those in the old folks' home that you realize what really matters. I spent a few hours in the old folks' home, unplanned, but God's has determined the path. I listened and I realized same thing. Health. When a person is worth weight, the chances to get into high cholesterol, high blood pressure will be very high. And eventually the person got into stroke. Health matters. A healthy body. Once you lose the health, once you cannot walk, your world will change. Your friends will leave you. Your so-called friends will leave you. You stay, you become alone. Yes, money is important. Some money, some money, not too much. Money there's enough for food. For food, living, expenses, some medical care expenses, water, some sports activities, and a handful of friends. Maybe your old folks' home. Maybe. Who knows? But actually, most important is God, Word of God. You see, most of the friends will not care. Most of your friends will not care you most. I'm not saying all. How do you know? Just imagine that you now live in the old folks home. How many of them will visit you on Saturday or Sunday? Maybe they're busy attending church to make more friends. Maybe. I don't know. Well, if you are blessed or lucky, if you treat others well, maybe, maybe your students, maybe your church friends, some will visit you. Maybe, maybe, maybe not. Maybe your children will visit you if you are blessed. If you treat them well, if they don't forget you, they will. They may be. So here's the truth. it's hard to accept it, but most of the friends will not get you most. Josie may have been forgotten by many, and her grave by this world has reached a place. But I know her parents, her mom, at least, her brothers, her young brother, Jonathan, her children's Jeremy and John, maybe some of her very close friends, and also will not forget. What do we not forget her? Her fine kindness, her strength, responsible attitude, her smile. Well, I can remember what I'm maybe now. Some people fancy the first year death anniversary. They will celebrate in a grand manner. Don't follow count. Well, I'm abnormal. Yeah, I don't fancy anniversary. That anniversary is only for those who remember her. That is for years. The blink of an eye, years have passed. There's no one will talk about you. They're all busy. For what? In the name of chasing dream, fulfilling mission. Big names, huh? Yeah, sure. One day, just look at some old photos, which is today. One of your close friends may remember you. Yeah, I remember Josie. Some close friend, yes. In your hometown, of thousands of people you've become acquainted with, only one person as you have already been can really talk to anyone about you. Maybe some people will Google about you. My name, Ken Lao Gio. You may be living elsewhere, somewhere else. If reincarnation is true, I don't know. All I know is Jesus died on the cross. Jesus heals me from deep depression. I see no way, but he chose to rescue me. He gave me strong will to succeed. Tell me now. Tell me now. Most people, your so-called friends on Facebook, will forget you easily. Why do you need 1,000 friends on Facebook? Choose selectively. Choose selectively. Why? Because your time and my time is limited. You have limited resources. The most scarce resources is time. Spend time, quality time. Spend quality time with your close friend. List them down. Zoom in to a few. Those who really concern you. What are those? Why are you so busy, buddy? Other so-called friends post. Why am I so busy, buddy? Click a like. What's a comment? Does that really matter? In the few minutes time, that comment will be forgotten. You think it matters? It does not. The digital world, your comment is like a dust. Once the wind blow, it's gone forever. Well, create something matters. That's why I've removed many of my so-called friends. They will feel actually less than hundreds. Then what are you running around for? What are you worried for? Why are you worried so much? Jesus always say, no, he says, Mata, Mata, you have worried so much. Now I have a deeper understanding why Jesus says that. Most of your part, say 80%, maybe 90%. You think about what your friends, your relatives, neighbor think about you, and you hardly think about your parents, the ones who care you most. And you care about your parents, your spouse, if they're still alive. Are you living to satisfy them, those who don't really care? And yet, would they really think about you? Well, I don't really think about my neighbors. No, I have my things to concern. What am I worried about too much? Before death, God, God is my provider. God provide me breath. Not my parents, not my clients, not my spouse. If it's not, can Josie's parents provide him? Can I provide her breath? God. God is to be praised for. I used to worry too much, just too much. Will my student and my Excel class happy with my training? Will my train boy, will my train boy not happy with my training? Well, I do have two training provider, not knowing what they ask for. I also have top 10 clients who likes my training much. I just focus on them. One of them is MIA. I know I did my best. I give my best. And you know what? Some just don't like it. I just know what they ask for. Well, today, instead of 40 until the end of the training, I changed strategy. Asked, I asked who? I asked my student when. I asked it right after the first 2 hours. But and also, I invented a feedback card system, and I call it Power Praise Card. Not just a feedback, but praise. Now, I have less worry. I don't need to worry that much. To have worry about what my friends says about me. Well, you can judge me what I wear, the way I dress, the way I speak in this video. You can judge me. You can say anything you want. And guess what? I guarantee that you will not talk about me for the next 24 hours. You don't have time. You won't. You would. Very rare people will talk about me for every day. Oh, no, no, no. You will only judge me for whenever. And the next morning, or maybe the next hour, a sudden call you receive that your parents admitted to hospital. And now, do you still talk about me? Or you talk about the expenses? Well, that's his life. So that's why Jesus say, judge not, and you will not be judged. And there's futile to judge others. Jesus is not saying about judge your business result, your career result. No, he's saying don't judge others, other men's humans. Don't judge. They have to face their own consequence. Let those with ear hear, let those with eyes see. And not everyone can hear, not everyone can see, not everyone can listen. Even you are saying, listen, listen, listen. They don't. Do worry about my friends say about me. That's it, not much. From your experience, Josie, death. Most of our friends will have to focus back on their life. Most will be busy with what would you be buy next week? What lunch to eat? When to send them to tuition center, school, send children to school, tuition center. How can I fight back to the friend who bully me on social media? The go for holiday. Which star I had to fire? What expenses to pay? Expenses to pay. When to pay DMB? water bill, credit cards bills, loan. Most of them focus on how well if they're all settled, they'll spend most of the time destroy others with their words. Only a few understand that there's power in a word. It's a double-edged sword. Words can heal a person, words can destroy a person. Only a few of the reflections start to change, transform. We use the limited time to express kindness. To speak good to those that truly matter in their life. Maybe start writing a book. Maybe start reading a book. Start commenting on social media, on Facebook, or LinkedIn, TikTok. It may seem helpful to others, but really, that it maybe seems the comment maybe seems helpful to others, but really they don't care much. Those scam posts, who cares? Most people still gonna fall into a trap. This is personal responsibility. You ask them to stop investing in Bitcoin. Those who invest, who cares? You ask them to plan for their finance, who cares? Until they face the reality. You ask them to plan to have a real right, who cares? Until that comes. You ask them to stop eating chocolates, eating fried food, too much fried food, who cares? I still eat my zagui, fried chicken. You ask them to read Bible. So just pray and pray all day, but reluctant to pray, read Bible. Well, who cares? Those who cares already do. Those who don't, a time will come. Maybe during the funeral service. You can just pray all day long. Just focus on yourself. Really focus on yourself. My son, if you can just focus only yourself, just on yourself. Stop judging others. Don't even judge your teachers, your spouse. Speak good word of them. Praise them, for they deserve praise. Everyone have a battle to fight in this life. They are fighting hard between their 2 ears. They have to take care of themselves. It is their choice. Each decision comes with responsibility. Some of the most painful decisions I've made so far is investing with Hayden Imperial Mall. Well, why is it painful? Because it's not just one time. Month after month, I have to serve the Lord. And it's not just a few dollars, it's a few hundreds. Well, if it's few dollars relatively, then it doesn't matter. But if a few hundreds, relatively now, it would be very big amount. Some others of my friend painful decision was some investing, marry a handsome man or a beautiful woman. Investing, deciding on the wrong man, wrong woman well, not knowing, not aware that they caused it to happen. The very moment you say, I married the wrong person, actually, you also bear the responsibility. You caused it to happen. If both of you in conflict, both of you take responsibility, not just one side. You can't tell. Well, some people suffering from remaining life until the old age. And I see some youth, they grow up, they enter college, they make girlfriend, boyfriends. Well, they choose based on outer appearance, which is normal and is socially acceptable. Well, just to say that again, the cycle repeat again itself. I'm not here to judge. The moment you judge others, if I reflect myself, I do the same. Hey, what though? They already know the world's going to end soon. War, lack of jobs, robbers take over. Even the movie already tells you, the Terminator. Still, the world and a lot of people suffer enough. Well, just because that some kind of church teaching. But they didn't know that Jesus says, if you can, don't marry. You are said to learn Excel and then become Excel. Oh, talking about food price. Yes, and you first Excel master. So the income can go to next level, but really, who cares what your advice is? Only those who decide, who force to face everything will change. Maybe they change positively, some change negatively. And those who do, they will take up their cost themselves. You don't need to convince them. Those who want to change, they will find ways to change. Those who don't, eventually some will change them. Politicians, doctors, police will force them to change. The social pressure may force them to change. Most people just live a normal or abnormal life. Extraordinary people live an abnormal, normal life. Today, only less than 10% people will reflect rather than spending 8 hours a day to surfing the social media. Write another post. That doesn't matter. They don't know the time is limited. They don't know the time is limited. They don't know. Well, something I also don't know. Sometimes. Sometimes forgetting that my life is limited. Okay. So more of the time talking about food price increase, politicians, their own kids issue, costs of living. Actually, there's no issue with their kids. The issue is with you. A kid's result not good is not an issue. It's an issue. Cost of living. None of us, including myself, will focus on others for lifetime. No. Prove me that I'm wrong. None of us, including myself, will focus on others' life. Not even focus my wife. I can't focus on my wife for 24 hours. I can spend 24 hours a day to keep thinking about her and do nothing. Life goes on. She has gone. She has gone. She has gone. Occasionally, like today, I'll think about her. As well as the most of that has been busy again. Well, think about the school result, career, go to which college, which university, who is my girlfriend, boyfriend, should I go to church, should I go to cinema, which cars to buy, what color. Life goes on, knowing that one day you must die. Like what teacher says, it's the beginning of a new life. If you were this conclusion, you should living an extraordinary life, also called to others abnormal life. I can't change you. Those I care, yet they don't care. I tried for years. Those so-called Facebook friends didn't change. I didn't change others. Only I can change only myself. I can only change myself. And so I'll stop to chat as much as possible on social media. I can't change you. I don't even can change your shirt. Of course you can't, right? I can only change my shirt when I'm still healthy. So I have to decide to stop the chat after recording these reflections. I'll start focusing on building amazing Excel school, YouTube channel, giving to the poor, old folks home, orphanage, OKUs. Why? Because what I have, I risk that none belongs to me. None. None. I will pass my knowledge, skills to others as well as I learn and understand. Everything I have is not mine. God gives it to me for a few years, maybe 40 years, 50, maybe 70. So how much time do I have now? And how much time do you have now? Life is short, shorter than you think. Life is short. Do what's really matter. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Asia. Together we do what really matters.